This is the Elliptical Oracle. Join Dr. MonaLisa Coburn on an exhilarating journey to spiritual enlightenment. With every episode, dive into the world of chakra clearings, energy healings, and channelings from one consciousness. Get ready to strengthen your mind, body, and soul while discovering how to harness your energy and awaken your spiritual senses. Tune in to stay spiritually fit and energized, all while moving with the flow of the universe. And now, here's MonaLisa.
Hello, welcome to the Elliptical Oracle. And today I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I've asked one of my spirit guides to come in today. Her name is Chandra. She is part of my parallel lives. Fourth density. She lives in fourth density Earth. And in the year 3,422. 3,422. And so I've asked her to come in, and she's telepathically communicating with me. And I asked her why did she show up as an individual in my meditation, and why is she here this morning to give us a message? And she's telling me her message is one of hope, love, and faith. And what she means by that is that simple, that she understands at this time on Earth, there's a whole lot of grief, sadness. There's a whole lot of muck. There's a whole lot of crumbling of the old ways. And sometimes when it happens to you, she goes, yesterday you talked about there being a flat tire, like feeling like you might have had a flat tire or a whole set of flat tires. But sometimes it's the grief or the mud feels so overwhelming. You feel like your mouth, your nose is underneath the mud. It's underneath the muck. And you see, your eyes can barely see out of the muck because you can't get a breath of air. And so that is why she showed up when she showed up, to give a message that she lives in fourth density Earth. And she's given me a vision of fourth density Earth. I see what I would call flying cars. I ask her if gas cars are still a thing, and she goes, not like you know of. And she's kind of showed me them in museums, parades, and personal collections, she says. And that for the most part is pretty much it. There are some, she says, remote places that might still use them, for they can get gas, but for the majority of the planet, they are no longer, gas cars are no longer a thing. And she said, for the most part, it is, it's flying, what you consider a flying car. So she said, like when her son was growing up, she's telling me that he learned how to pilot a flying car when he was 18 years old. So, and she is just really here to offer, to show us that planet Earth not only goes into fourth density, so do the beings on the planet, so do the communities on the planet, and it is a community, the community that she lives in, she says is pretty much self-sufficient. Money is no longer the coins and the dollar bills. She goes, they're no longer a thing. It is trade. It is trade, which is the thing. So she said her community is vegan. She lives in a vegan community. She says most of the planet at this time is vegan. She's telling me there are a few communities around that will still eat like fish and maybe and live and so eat a little bit of wild animals, but it's the animals that they personally catch for that purpose. As this is fourth density Earth now, and it is because it's main the main is vegan, and she goes, we eat just at this point. She goes, we eat a meal once a day. At this time, we sit down for it's a nice meal. She says she eats, it's basically, she says like whole grains, like she eats rice and fresh vegetables, and she goes, that is a meal that she has, what we consider 4 or 5 days of the week. And she goes, they do mix it up. She goes, we will mix it up and have other things. Other meals as well, and she goes, sometimes she eats she says like a fruit shake for her meal. She enjoys that as well, a fruit shake, and so she goes, as planet Earth, and some of you are experiencing your head in these difficult times, and you feel like you can't get a breath of fresh air, and you're like I didn't sign up for this. I know I wouldn't have signed up for a car accident in which I can no longer walk. And she is saying very gently, very lovingly, at some level, yes, you did. And so, and it's hard to perceive that the world is an illusion through your perception, and that you are the creator of that you, in one way or the other, you caused that car accident in which you couldn't walk for your greatest lesson. What a hard pill. What a hard pill to swallow. She goes, I can't even imagine it. We sit in love. We sit in harmony. And that is why I come to share the peace, to share the harmony, to let you know that we do things that fill us up every day with joy and with love, and we follow our greatest joy and we follow our greatest love. So this is what we do. This is how we live in this time that of fourth density Earth. And so as you have brought this muck to you for your greatest lesson, because you're done. You're done, and you want to see why you are almost under the mud, where you can't catch your breath, because it's time. It's time for you to realize that you create your world through your perception. You create your world through your perception, through how you perceive things. It's all happening here, and it is an illusion. So if you created such muck for your greatest lesson, there has to be multiple reasons for it. Yes, for the greatest growth of your soul would be number one. For the greatest growth of other souls would be number two. For the growth of one consciousness, for the growth of all that there is, for the growth, for the experience, for you seeing the polarities one last time and being done with it, This is why you have those deep, sometimes dark lessons. And if you can see through, yes, when you're underneath all that mud, it is so unimaginable to us here in fourth density, but we look at you with love. We look at you with honor. We look at you and say, you did that. And you helped create it and bring birth. You're birthing this fourth density. You have birthed this fourth density Earth, but now you're birthing you. And for many of you listening, this is your last time on this planet in a third density body. And when you come back, you will come back like me. You will come back in fourth density. And your life is very much of love, and guided with love, and guided with joy, and guided with compassion, guided with listening, guided with all these higher vibrations that it is more difficult for you to comprehend. And it is such a way that it's just natural for us. And it's natural for us to follow our positive energy stream. That is the way we go. We go with the positive energy stream, like the Chandra talks about. And so, why I showed up as this individual today, it is to say, we honor you, we love you, and honor and love yourself. That's it. Honor and love yourself no matter where you're at. Forgive yourself. Forgive the world. It's an illusion. Remember, the world is an illusion. And you've created this havoc. You've created this crumbling. You've created yourself in this muck. So you can once and for all say, this is an illusion of my making, and I'm going to rise above this mud that I can't even breathe in. And I'm going to just that simply put my hands in the dirt, put my hands in the mud, find a solid rock, which is me seeing through the illusion. That's the rock. Seeing through the illusion and standing up, brushing the muck off, taking the lesson, forgiving myself, others, and this world. And I stand in my truth. I stand in love. Standing in your truth, we understand, can be very, very, very difficult for a soul. And so why do you, if you think about it, why do some people have cancer? And so some people have cancer in your day because they don't live their truth. Maybe it's an autoimmune disease because they're not living their truth. And so over time, they build these diseases. And so maybe it's a job they don't like, or maybe they love their job, but they are following an old system, whether it be a religion or doing things how they think they should be done. Understand these systems are also part of the illusion that you have bought into if you are not living your truth. So, kiss goodbye, the old systems. Find your truth. Live your truth. And as you become more you, as you become more light and more love for yourself, and have this compassion of forgiveness for self and others in the world, you become that light. And you can breathe again. Now you see past illusion. And that is why you created this around you. This sometimes it can be such pain for you. And we can experience it in the sense that we can speak to our higher selves and to your higher selves, and they can share a glimpse of it, like through hypnotherapy. Like I have gone into the past in hypnotherapy, and I have seen the channelers, the channelers' life, and I can see pain, some of the pain that she has lived. And I can see some of the joy that she has lived. And I can see that she can perceive past the illusion. And sometimes one falls back into the illusion, and all you need to do is remind yourself this world is an illusion. When you fall back into fear, when you fall back into pain, whatever it may be for you, in the lower frequencies, wherever you may fall. And generally it's a pattern, it's a life pattern that you gave yourself to learn the lesson. And we can see that the channeler has talked about this at length, so we will not get into it at this point. The point is, have you followed your truth lately? Forgive. 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 And love. And see beyond the illusion. I am Chandra from Fourth Density. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for allowing me to share this moment. If it speaks to your truth, then keep it. If it does not, let it go. Thank you, Chandra. I ask Zand, what Chandra's higher self is a part of. It says alone time. Alone time. Okay, alone time. So alone time. Alone time can be good to meditate. Alone time can be good to foster that love of self, so that you can find whatever it is for your joy. And normally following that joy, often it can involve you being alone, if it's a writer or if it's a painter. But for many others, it is like being a nurse, being a teacher. But you still need time to reflect. But we would say on this alone time, know that your soul grows exponentially when you have shared experience, when you step, let's say, out of the cave into a community, in a larger community, So it is that the sharing and growing that will help feed your soul, that will help you live more of your truth. For even the writer must find an audience, and the artist must find one who appreciates the art. So know that alone time is essential, but equally, if not greater, is that going out and sharing with the community, whether it be through your job, your volunteer work, or just part of your normal living circumstances. We're Zand, and we're honored to be here. So, miracle of the day. My miracle of the day. I'm actually going blank today, and I know that my team is saying for life, the miracle is our life. I know that yesterday I was thinking I'm going to share the fact that I got Chandra. So getting Chandra, the fourth density self, is a miracle. Something that's not planned but natural. Something that spirit organizes. So a miracle to me is something that we don't plan, that it's natural, like we're seeing my ravens. Natural is having the ability to go into the future and talking, or in the past and talking to past selves or future selves. And so I'm going to take Chandra and just, as my team said, our very life, our lives. So with that, let's do a closing. Say to yourself out loud, we are the light. We are the light. We are the light. Our frequency of love and light rains out beyond walls, beyond our knowing. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I welcome more, I welcome more, I welcome more. Top of the now to you. Top of the now to you.